Before we begin our service today, we acknowledge that we are gathering upon the unceded homeland of the Western Abenaki people. We express gratitude for their traditional and ongoing stewardship of the lands and waters, and we offer respect to the elders, both past and present. Good morning. I'm Margot Prendergast, your worship associate for this morning, and on behalf of the entire worship team, I am delighted to welcome all of you, those of you here in the sanctuary and those watching on the live stream. We deeply appreciate your presence as part of our beloved Unitarian Church of Montpelier. For over 160 years, this church has been a sanctuary for those seeking spiritual sustenance as well as peace and justice in the world. Today, we all continue on that same path. As we settle in together, I know there's lots of us here today, let's be mindful of scooching and making room for everybody in the pews. Today is an all-ages service, a beautiful reflection of our multi-generational community rooted in love. Children, we welcome and love your ideas, your wondering. We welcome and love your energy and enthusiasm. Caregivers, thank you for inviting us into this blessed time of your lives. We are here to help you raise children who are also rooted in love and our Unitarian Universalist values. To everyone, if you need to get up and move around or move closer to the front to hear a bit better, we encourage you to find ways that support your worship experience. We also have a new soul work cart filled with items to engage both our minds and our hands for both children and adults in the back of the sanctuary. Let us all welcome our families and each other with a smile, a wave, a thumbs up, as everyone here today is the embodiment of our vibrant and growing community. And, okay.
We just did the greeting part.
Yep.
I think that's good.
Okay. Okay, and that was the general greeting for the morning. And it's also a pleasure to have newcomers and guests join us for worship. If this is your first or second time visiting and you'd like to, you're invited to stand or wave your hand so we might offer you a special welcome. Yay. Welcome. You are invited to fill out our welcome form available at the hospitality table in the vestry after the service so we can connect with you more fully. Please know that we have hearing assist devices available on the table at the back of the sanctuary, and you can also listen to and watch the service in the fireplace room downstairs if you should need to leave the sanctuary for any reason. A member of our lay pastoral care ministry team will be available in the sanctuary after the service if you have a personal concern and would like to share more deeply. This morning, our lay pastoral caregiver is Gail Picar. Thanks, Gail. And now I invite Paul Olson up for a brief announcement.
It has been said that age has its privileges. In this church, one of those privileges is participating in our Seasoned Souls program. program. Seasoned Souls began here 6 years ago. These small 6 to 10 member groups are aimed at seniors who want close, meaningful connections with other seniors. These groups form their own guidelines, meet at church or in people's homes or on Zoom, and choose topics of interest to discuss. Today, there are 6 Seasoned Souls groups with more than 40 participants. And it looks like there's interest in forming a 7th group. There are also a couple of openings in an existing Zoom group. If you are a senior and interested in learning more about Seasoned Souls, I encourage you to sign up today at the welcome table downstairs to participate in an informational meeting in 2 weeks. To get a sense of who we are, I'll ask Seasoned Souls participants who happen to be here today to stand up. Would you do that now? If you really want to hear about Seasoned Souls, talk to any of these people. Come on downstairs and sign up at the table.
Thanks, Paul. So, the rummage sale. Over 40 volunteers made it possible. Thank you for the clean, gently used donation of clothing and housewares. Over $2,600 was raised. Half of which will go to supporting the general operating budget of the church. The Women's Alliance is grateful for the support of so many who helped make the sale such a success. Please consult the weekly e-news, which is updated each week for its Friday publication. And now, Caitlin has important news about family ministry time after the service today.
Good morning. After today's service, children and youth are invited to join us in the Children's Chapel for some very fun and creative arts and crafts. We'll be decorating pumpkins. Thank you to Sandal Kate, if you're out there, for passing those on to us, and creating our own custom puzzles. Our free exploration space will also be open with plenty of creative and building activities to choose from. Caregivers, please come in and sign your child, or please come into the Children's Chapel and sign your child in, and then enjoy some nurturing time of fellowship and conversation with other adults during coffee hour in the vestry. And of course, you're always welcome to stay in the Children's Chapel and join in the fun. This time is meant to support you adults, too, in finding connection and community in the way that works best for your family. And at this time, I'd like to invite anyone up to the front of the sanctuary to take in the beauty of our prelude. Sarah will be playing on the organ, and if you'd like a closer view to see her feet moving and to take in the powerful music that is the organ, there are cushions laid out on the floor. This invitation is for children and young at heart and anyone who just wants a closer look at the music. Closer look and listen. All right, wonderful. Yay! We have more cushions if needed.
These opening words are by Christian de la Huerta. I invite the congregation to join us for the final line, which will be projected up front. We must shine.
We must shine now.
This is the goal toward which we stretch.
Step by step. In our own time, at our own pace.
As our beauty unfolds and our hearts open.
We become gentler and more compassionate.
Yet brighter, more empowered, and fearless.
We have been holding on, holding back.
Playing small, hiding our light under a bushel. Enough of that.
It is time to let go.
We are needed now, all of us.
Together.
All of us together. All those who feel a calling to be who we are to the fullest, make a difference, to give it all we got. I invite the whole congregation now to rise, embody your spirit, and join in singing our opening hymn, number 131 in the gray hymnal, Love Will Guide Us.
This morning, we welcome the favorite family to light the chalice, a symbol of our Unitarian Universalist faith. Yeah. There's another one. There we go. We light this flame, an enduring symbol of our collective commitment to lead with truth and compassion. And now let us join our voices in saying these words of affirmation adapted from L. Griswold Williams. Love is the doctrine of this church. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek wealth and freedom, to serve human need, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus do we covenant. Thank you, favorite family. Oh, thank you.
Good morning. Okay, wonderful. All right, I would like to invite anyone who would like to come up and participate in our Time for All Ages today to come up to the front and take a seat here. All right. Wonderful. Hello, everyone. You can come in a little bit if you want. Great. All right. What a lovely group we have here today. It is so nice to see you all. And you too. All right. Well, today we have a story that was passed on to me by Sally Armstrong. So while I'm telling it, know there are other wonderful storytellers who have helped bring this story to us today. And it's a true story, which means it's about real people like all of us here. And some of you may have even recognized it because we also heard it at summer camp in August. And in today's telling, though, I'm going to need some helpers. Could you raise your hand if you are willing to be a helper today? Oh, fantastic. Okay, great, perfect. All right, thank you. All right, so let's get, also, when it's time, helpers, I'm going to ask you to come up and we're going to work on creating something here together. And you'll see what that thing is as the story unfolds, okay? And you see if you have some guesses along the way about what we might be creating. All right, so here we go. Not too long ago, but back in 1998, when Beanie Babies and Furbies were all the rage, and internet dial-up was still very much a thing. Anyone remember internet dial-up? Seems like a lifetime ago, yes. There were two 8-year-old girls, Phoebe and Nika, and they attended the North Universalist Chapel Society in Woodstock, Vermont. Does anyone know where Woodstock is? Yeah, Jude. Near Windsor, yep, yeah, it's only an hour away from here. Okay, so it's pretty nearby us. And so at their church, North Chapel, it's just like our church. It's a Unitarian Universalist church. And sometimes Phoebe and Nika heard about bad things happening in the world, terrible fighting or disasters like earthquakes. And they wanted to help, but they weren't sure what two kids from a small place like Vermont could do. Okay, could I have two volunteers to be Phoebe and Nika? Okay, Lucy and Lucy, come on right here. All right, so can you sit right here on the floor there? Great. Okay, wonderful. So we have our Phoebe and Nika. Phoebe and Nika, can you please look around and show us what it looks like to wonder about what you can do? Yes, some very thoughtful pondering there. Fantastic. Great. All right. So they weren't sure. Okay, well, let me see. All right, don't get ahead of myself. All right. So they knew there were other kids in their church who cared too. So they decided to start a group called Change the World Kids. And they would work together to protect the interconnected web of life. They weren't sure what they could do, but they knew they could do something. And so they reached out to kids in their church and asked if they wanted to start a group together. Could we have a few other kids who could come be part of this Change the World Kids group? Hattie, are you coming up? Yeah, come on up. All right, so Adeline, come on up. We're gonna have you both sit on the second step here, okay? Right here, behind the first row. Abe, you can be, anybody who wants to be in this Change the World Kids group, come on up. You can be right here. Fantastic. We'll sit on the second step. Wonderful. There's room for Hattie. Okay, great. So, when this group learned about problems in the world, the Change the World Kids would brainstorm ways that they could make a difference. It included both large and small ways. They had a motto that was inspired by a quote that is often heard at UU churches. It was, "No one can do everything, but everyone can do something." One of the first things the group noticed was that the bird feeders in their backyards weren't attracting as many songbirds as in the past. They wondered, what happened to the songbirds? A scientist told them about endangered species, animals that might disappear forever if people didn't protect their homes in the woods and the forests and the oceans. So the kids learned that the songbirds that they saw in Vermont were losing their winter homes in Costa Rica because the trees were being cut down there for new houses and farmland. When those birds flew south from Vermont to Costa Rica, they couldn't find food or homes. And when that happened, they died. The Change the World kids wondered, what can we do? The problem was happening 2,400 miles away. That's about an 8-hour plane ride or an 80-hour drive in the car. It felt impossible, but they remembered their motto. Maybe they couldn't do everything, but they could do something. So they worked with their church and local community to raise money to start a tree nursery in Costa Rica, a place to grow new trees. They also helped buy land to protect bird habitats and homes. Some Change the World kids even traveled all the way to Costa Rica to help plant trees with a local organization. All right, could we have any more volunteers who might want to be people in the local community who are now helping out? Okay, great. Jude, you can be here as all the volunteers that you would like to be. Come on up, Jude. Yeah, great. And anybody else want to be a volunteer? Maybe somebody back there? Oh, Reverend Joan, fantastic. Okay, so we have this growing group. All right. So, can you slide over here, Mila? Let's see. All right, great. So we have this big group that's growing, and it's starting to take shape. Does anybody have any guesses what it might possibly be? Lucy?
Maybe like the start of a new Unitarian church foundation or something?
Nice, the start of a new Unitarian church. What was it? Save stuff. Nice, nice. So a new growing group. Yeah, Clara. A community, nice, nice. All right, hold on to these. These are great guesses. All right, so their work didn't stop there. Every year since they started, the group has helped these projects keep going and found new ways, both large and small, to make a difference. In addition to small but powerful changes, like designing and selling reusable shopping bags, making clotheslines to distribute to people so they could hang their clothes instead of put them in their dryers to save electricity, and shoveling snow for elderly community members, they've also accomplished some truly amazing things together. They helped scientists tag the birds, the migrating birds flying back between Vermont and Costa Rica. They raised money for schools and healthcare for children in Rwanda, which is over 7,000 miles away from Vermont. They've grown and delivered nearly 50,000 pounds of produce for local food shelves and schools. That's as heavy as 5 elephants. So imagine they grew 5 elephants worth of food. And they've served almost 14,000 community dinners in Woodstock. That's like everyone in all of Montpelier going to dinner together twice. So a lot of meals. And they've planted and distributed over 246,000 trees in Costa Rica. That's enough trees to fill 450 football fields. So a lot of trees. And in that time, over 220 children and youth have joined Change the World Kids. Together, they've created a mountain of change. So I'm wondering if everyone here on the steps, if we could make like a mountain together. So we have our base, the Lucys, then we have our growing mountain. Oh, quite literally. Okay, I love it, but for safety reasons, I think we have to do it on the steps here. I bet it was amazing. But so let's visualize it, okay? We have our mountain. We're growing. Let's do our hands together. We're gonna be like mountains. Hands up in the air like a mountain, okay? Fantastic. All right. Now everybody else, all of you, you represent the 222 kids over the 27 years that have joined Change the World Kids. Can you too become a mountain with the children up here? Fantastic. All right. And now with that mountain energy, I invite you to close your eyes or take a few deep breaths and imagine all the trees, birds, animals, insects, children, youth, adults, and the many, many other beings in the interconnected web of life who have been positively affected by Phoebe and Nika, 2 kids who just wanted to do something. So feel the strength of the mountain stretching from here in Vermont to Costa Rica to Rwanda and beyond. Take a breath and feel what it's like to be one small part of one very large mountain. All right, thank you. Put your arms down. Now, my mountain friends, maybe we can't do everything, but we can certainly do something. And so, together, we all can undoubtedly be a mountain of change. So thank you all for coming up and participating. Can we have a little silent applause for our helpers today? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
The act of giving is a spiritual practice as important as any other element in our shared time of worship. Our generosity is a form of love. Our gifts, freely given, help us to practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation. Each month, through the UCM Community Pouch Program, we share part of our collection with an important church fund or a community organization aligned with our values. This month's Community Pouch recipient is Friends of the Winooski River, a community organization that engages in many ways to care for the river. Half of our cash offerings will go to our pouch recipient. The other half will directly support the mission and ministry of this congregation. Looks like all the pouches are passed. We are so grateful to each and every one of you for your generosity in its many forms. Your offering will now be gratefully received.
Here it comes. There we go. Our musical offering this morning is a song called Be the Change, which is adapted from a quote from Gandhi. And I want to invite everybody, if you want to join in and sing or get up and dance or however you'd like to experience this, you are welcome. It's a nice boppy tune that's pretty easy to catch on. We'll do the entire choir will sing the melody together once, and then we'll break into harmony, but just to give you a sense of the melody. And the words are, be the change you want to see in the world, be the change you want to see in the world, be the change you want to see in the world, and change will come to you. And then there will be some other verses which I'll call out as we go along. Be the voice you want to hear. Be the light you want to shine. Change will come, and change will come to you. And change will come, and change will come to you.
There are many ways that we participate in being a light in the world and making change, including through the generosity of your financial gifts offered today. Thank you for so deeply caring for this community and our community beyond, and for making a difference with your contributions. Thank you. And in our church, we care for one another and support one another deeply. This is also a way that we are the light. All of us are part of a shared ministry of caring. This is one way that we show up for one another. It also helps to have some of our church members on a committed and trained team that participates in this ministry. And in our church, this is called the Lay Pastoral Care Ministry Team. This team is trained in the skills of active listening and providing a pastoral, caring presence. They provide support during challenging times and offer what is often a first line of response in times of crisis and ongoing support. They are also a primary pastoral care support network during times that I am away. And today, I want to formally introduce this year's team to the congregation. We will recognize them and commission them in their service to the congregation for this church year. The members of the Lay Pastoral Care Ministry team are Betty McKinnell, Dawn Evans, Denise Bailey, Gail Picard, Mary Jane Olson, and Victoria Batten, and I invite them to come forward onto the chancel. This is a team that's often doing a lot of behind-the-scenes work, and so we're so grateful for them. And I think not with us in the sanctuary today is also Denise Bailey. Our team members are available to speak one-on-one with any adults in the congregation, and there are many different reasons why you might want to talk to one of our lay pastoral caregivers. These include major life transitions, like the death of a loved one or a divorce, job loss, financial strain, chronic or terminal illness. You might want to have a conversation about spirituality or religious beliefs, or maybe you would like to talk to someone who can listen, ask meaningful questions, and care for your spirit in a gentle and pastoral way. Lay pastoral caregivers provide a listening and caring space for reflection about your emotional and spiritual journey. And so we now commission our lay pastoral care ministry team in their role as spiritual leaders and listeners. So Betty, Dawn, Mary Jane, Gail, and Victoria, are you committed to offering and encouraging pastoral care within this congregation? Will you lead by example in your actions and in your words, in your pastoral presence, and in your personal and spiritual life? Will you reach out to those in need with open minds and open hearts, seeking always to be a healing presence? If so, please say, we will. And I want to give the congregation a chance now to respond. I ask you, the congregation, will you place your trust in these caregivers? Will you allow yourself, maybe even challenge yourself, to ask for their care and to receive their care? Will you honor them with the role and responsibilities of lay ministry? If so, please answer, we will. Our lay pastoral caregivers are available every Sunday in the sanctuary after the worship service and are also available to meet at other times during the week. And today they'll gather in the vestry during coffee hour, and you're welcome to say hello. There are also others in our congregation who have volunteered to provide all kinds of practical support in times of need and crisis, including meals, rides to doctor's appointments, pet care, grocery shopping. Thank you to Paula Gills, who is coordinating this support through our Caring Network. And please be in touch with Paula if you have a need or might want to volunteer. Thank you to all of you who have served as caregivers over the years, and to all of you who share both in asking for and receiving and giving help, as well as offering your care in so many ways. This ministry of caring truly builds our loving community. Thank you. And as a caring community, we share in the ritual of lighting candles of joy and concern twice a month. Everyone is welcome to participate. If you're a younger person in the congregation this morning and you'd like to share something, just let one of the adults who you're with know that you'd like to participate. As we light candles, you can come forward to share a special joy, an important milestone or accomplishment that we can celebrate with you, or you might have a personal concern, a challenge, or a loss that you want to share so that we can hold you in our love and our prayers. In just a moment, I'll invite you to come forward to form a line on the left-hand side of the sanctuary, and then you can share your name and briefly, in just a sentence or two, the joy or the concern that's on your heart, and then light a candle. You can also come forward and light a candle in silence if you prefer. As a reminder, this service is being live streamed, and anything shared here in the room will also be shared with our live stream viewers. And we'll remove this part of the service before we put the video recording in our service archive. If you're joining worship on the live stream, you're welcome to share joys and concerns in the chat. And now, any of you who are moved to light a candle for a personal joy or sorrow this morning, please come forward and form a line on the left-hand side of the sanctuary. And we'll light one more candle for all of those joys, gratitudes, concerns, and sorrows that we're holding in the silence of our hearts this morning. And I invite us to just find a little bit more stillness in our minds, maybe in our bodies, and let us share a few quiet breaths together.
Recently, in our Children's Chapel program, we have been doing a lot of wondering together. We have wondered what it means to be connected and to take care of each other at church. We have wondered about how we can remember what's important to us. And we have wondered about what trees have to teach us about being strong and calm. All this wondering has led to some truly insightful and wise responses from our UCM kids. I am literally blown away by what these amazing children share in our time together week after week. As Valerie Kaur says, wonder is the wellspring of love, and that is so apparent in our children. So today, we'd like to invite everyone into a wondering practice together. I will pose a wondering question to you, and then you will be invited to turn to a neighbor and wonder together about it for a few minutes. I'd encourage you not to look for a right answer and merely be willing to wonder about and explore the possibilities together. So here's the wondering question. It is projected above, and after I say it, please turn to a neighbor or reflect on the question in a way that feels meaningful for you. I wonder what small things I'm doing or that I see others doing that can add up to a mountain of change. Now you may turn to a neighbor and take a few minutes to come up with some answers together. Okay, 30 seconds to wrap up and close your conversations, so about 30 seconds. Thank you. I can feel the mountain of change building from this room. Can you? Each of the small actions that you shared with one another is part of a greater whole that truly can make a mountain of change.
I invite you to join me in closing this time of reflection with the words printed in your order of service. These words are often attributed to Unitarian minister Edward Everett Hale. Further research has revealed that they are likely adapted from the Christian minister John Angel James. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something that I can do. Thank you. And let us all rise now in body or spirit for our closing hymn, number 118 in the gray hymnal, This Little Light of Mine.
Our service to a close, we extinguish the chalice and carry within us, each of us, its healing flame, the warmth of community, and the spark of hope into the days and week ahead. And please now join us in our unison mission statement. We welcome all as we build a loving community, nurture each person's spiritual journey, serve human need, and protect the earth, our home.
Let your light shine. One more light is a beacon of hope. One more light is a lantern of freedom. Our light together illuminates the darkness, lighting the path towards justice and peace. Shine on bravely and with love. And we conclude the service with the postlude.